thank God it's a Friday, and that's how the saying goes across markets and businesses. So this is how we begin to wrap up the final trading day of the week. Welcome everyone to Frontier Opening Bell. It's the Friday, the 28th of January. I am posting number 5 from Frontier Africa Reports. Gets a sense of yesterday's trading day. Nigerian market balked its previous sessions of positive reading, finished off on the downside about 1%. On Thursday, as we saw, the shares of Dangote Cement fell about 2% or thereabout, slightly less than that on the market, on the back of the cement giant's conclusion of the second tranche of his share buyback program. The BRVM went up by 0.5%. Egyptian market fell by 37. It's been a very nail-biting losses since the start of the week in Cairo, since the market started the week on Sunday. Today's the start of the weekend. And then we've got 20 basis points off the Nairobi Securities Exchange All-Share Index, and the South African market down by 40 basis points. Let's just give you the economic headlines and business from the East African community, where the KPLC, which is Kenya Power PLC, is rolling out smart meter projects for 55,000 small and medium enterprises. Kenya's coffee earnings up about 9% to about 24.2 billion shillings in 2021, a very aggressive and profitable year for Kenya, making coffee exports to the rest of the world. Tullow Oil in Kenya says it's going to spend about 565 million shillings for oil development as Kenya looks to join the prestigious League of African Oil Producers. And Uganda Treasury says it releases 55.3 trillion of the budget to fund the various ministries and departments and agencies of the government, while the CRBD of Tanzania says its pre-tax profit came in 63.7% better to about 387 billion shillings in the fourth quarter of 2021. The earnings season in the Tanzania market has kicked off, just as we're beginning to see that also tee off here in West Africa. So let's go straight to West Africa and Nigeria, where yesterday we saw the earnings of Unilever and Guinness Nigeria hit the streets. The shares of both companies finished in the green territory on the Nigerian Exchange Limited. But bigger news within the oil and gas industry is the petroleum industry. Afreximbank is putting $5 billion in the back pocket of Nigeria's NNPC Limited to fund its activities and operations within the upstream sector. While the country's Federal Inland Revenue Service says for its full year 2021, it collected 100% of its targeted revenue, non-oil and non-oil sector came in at about 6.401 trillion naira. And Ghana has lost about $8 billion in 6 years due to illicit financial flows from its mining sector, while the Ghanaian mining company BCM is probing senior officers of the company over allegations of misconduct, basically misappropriation of funds or frauds, simply put. Garantico is granted $25 million portfolio guarantee to Ora Bank of Togo, which is listed on the BRVM in Abidjan. Take a look at the Southern African space with some headlines. Shoprite and Popcare reporting their earnings for the year 2021. Shoprite reporting total sales up 10% to about 91 billion rand for the first half of its 2021-2022 period. Pepco, which is another retailer, says its revenue grew 1.3% to about 22 billion rand, and debt is now down to about 4.1 billion rand. And President Cyril Ramaphosa has been warned by his economic advisors team not to do more in terms of poverty alleviation or handouts, but to create jobs and reduce the country's unemployment. Teach a man to fish. Stop giving him fish. Simply put, that's what these economic advisors told President Ramaphosa. In the meantime, South Africa's PPI, this Producers Price Index inflation data, came in for the month of December at about 10.8% on a year-on-year basis. We finish it up on the northern part of the continent, as always, with Egypt may continue to make inroads, as well as we saw the first green hydrogen production expected to come on stream in November this year. Egypt is hosting the first COP27, is holding the first climate change conference called COP27 in June this year, while the trade minister for the country says it sees exports for North Africa's largest economy up to about $40 billion in the current year. In the meantime, Lebanese energy minister is looking to sign the Arab gas deal, which is on the table, sponsored by President al-Sisi's government in Egypt. And Africa's investment firm, LCCOM, is eyeing Egypt via a $70 million funding round. And finally, Renault Group, which is a European automaker, they say its new factories in Morocco now has a new managing director. A number of European automakers are shifting their operational base to Morocco, and Morocco is saying, welcome, we're open for business. And that's how we close today's edition of Frontier Opening Bell. We're open for business every business day here on Frontier Africa Report. Go on our website, www.frontierafricareports.com, for other news, as well as watching all our shows and special reports as well, including our YouTube at Frontier Africa Reports. Find us on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Instagram, as well as other platforms. Have a great weekend, everyone. I am Bosin Omofaye, and I'll see you again.